In the murky depths of Oak Island's enigma-laden soil, a treasure hunt that has spanned centuries continues to captivate the world's imagination. The story of Oak Island is a tale of relentless pursuit, unfathomable challenges, and the allure of the unknown. Join us as we embark on a journey into the heart of this mystery, unearthing the layers of history, myth, and speculation that have shrouded the island in an air of anticipation. According to the Oak Island curse, 7 men must die before the island shows off its fabled wealth. 6 people have died while looking for millions of dollars worth of gold, yet the risk has only stoked exploration and speculation. Oak Island is frustrating, fascinating, enticing. You put any adjective you want in front of it, and that's what it is, according to Charles Barkhouse, historian for the 8-season History Channel series, The Curse of Oak Island, which has followed the continuous hunt for the riches. Since 1795, people have been looking for the Oak Island Money Pit, a 100-foot pit on an island in Nova Scotia that is said to hold everything from pirate gold to the Ark of the Covenant. Even though no wealth has been located, searchers have continued despite historians disputing the most exciting claims surrounding the treasure due to side discoveries, including apparent hints, potential traps, and geological peculiarities. Was Oak Island a hidden British industrial hub, a treasure trove for the Knights Templar, or an unfortunate natural sinkhole? Of course, finding the solution requires some research. Soon after the Golden Age of Piracy, approximately 1650 to 1730, when Edward Lowe and Bartholomew Roberts cruised the waters northeast of the Americas, Oak Island initially attracted curiosity. A youngster from Nova Scotia is said to have seen odd lights floating above the island from his house on the mainland in 1795. He called over 2 pals and rowed over to see. The lads discovered a 13-foot wide hole surrounded by loose dirt and young trees and a copse of trees on the island's southeast coast, which were indications that the earth had been disturbed. The guys started excavating what would later be called the Money Pit. 2 feet down, they discovered a circle of stones around the pit, and at 10 feet below, they discovered a platform made of chopped timbers that had been fitted into the walls of the hole. The initial search report terminates there, with a second platform 20 feet below. When the Onslow Company set out on the first formal expedition to dig the find in the early 1800s, the tale picked up again. Following the original dig's trail, they continued digging and discovered more platforms every 10 feet, sometimes with additional layers of putty, charcoal, or coconut fibers on top. Although there are no coconut trees within 900 miles of Nova Scotia, the myth claims that the team found something much more significant at a height of 90 feet, a rectangular stone with unusual patterns. Some people were positive the marks were a secret code leading to hidden riches, while others believed researchers and treasure seekers had mistakenly produced them with the excavator's equipment. A professor of languages from Dalhousie University in Nova Scotia analyzed the stone in the 1860s and discovered that the code on it read, 40 feet below 2 million pounds are buried. However, a different translation effort made in the 1970s saw the code as a warning to Coptic Christians not to neglect their responsibility to the Lord. The Onslow Company continued excavating until, at 98 feet, they came upon what seemed to be a treasure vault, but really sounded hollow. After finishing their work for the day, the team returned to find the hole filled with 60 feet of water. It was believed that their excavation had set off a mine. Onslow's efforts seem to have been frustrated by the water, since the firm disbanded in 1805. In 1849, a second expedition to Oak Island set off from the adjacent town of Truro. According to reports, the team was able to fortify the pit's walls and drain the water before drilling into the vault. The drill reportedly exposed 3 tiny gold chain links after drilling through many layers of wood and loose metal that suggested the presence of a treasure trove. The money pit's bottom, however, crumbled and refloated before the team could enter the vault, taking the rumored wealth with it. Unfazed, the team thought they had discovered a flood tunnel that had carried water to the pit from the artificial Smith's Cove, some 500 feet to the east of the dig site. At Smith's Cove, digging uncovered 5 sluices lined with rocks that ran away from the shore and merged into a single drain that seemed to flow to the money pit. The Truro gang unsuccessfully attempted to block this drain by digging shafts. The earliest accounts of the Oak Island curse start to surface about this period. The story surrounding the curse's beginnings is murky due to the years that passed between the start of the search and the first mention of the curse, but the first documented death associated with the Oak Island treasure occurred in the early 1860s when a steam-powered pump used to drain the money pit exploded, killing one man. Oak Island drew additional expeditions as word of the perilous, spectacular quest spread, opening up more trenches, but they simply obscured the reality of the wealth. In 1897, archaeologists discovered a little fragment of parchment with what seemed to be the letters 4. Although it's uncertain if this means the paper was authentically a folio full of secrets or a fragment from former occupants of the island, experts at Harvard University confirmed the document's authenticity. The second hunt-related fatality, which occurred in 1897 when a man fell to his death, is likewise noteworthy. In 1965, there were a further 4 deaths brought on by dangerous subsurface gases. No significant advancement has been made by modern technology. Borehole 10X, located about 180 feet from the money pit, was explored by a team in 1971 with cameras and a monitor. Despite their claims that the feed showed a wooden chest and a severed human hand at the bottom of the pit, the occurrence was never documented. According to Barkhouse, the Curse of Oak Island presenters Rick and Marty Legina now utilize seismic testing, drilling, ground-penetrating radar, and dye tests. They are bombarding the island with as much science and technology as they can. A bone fragment, a buried U-shaped wooden building discovered under Smith's Cove, a lead iron cross they believe to be from the Knights Templar, and other discoveries have been made by the show's team. Because there are no eyewitness accounts, Oak Island is frequently referred to as Hulk's Island. Before the first 2 excursions by the Nova Scotian lads and the Onslow Company, which first came on record in the early 1860s, there is no direct evidence that validates any excavation on Oak Island. The majority of other 19th century reports of Oak Island are individuals who claim to be part in the digging and narrated their memories as told to them. The gaps add up. The engraved stone discovered in the early 1800s wasn't recognized until 1862, and many people think the gold chain links from the 1849 group were placed by excavators to inspire subsequent expeditions. The stone itself and its markings were neither drawn or photographed, and it was not even included in the 1893 investment prospectus of the Oak Island Treasure Company. Although the curse is unfounded, its tale may nevertheless be used to deter searchers, which for treasure hunters may indicate that the pit contains a secret worth keeping. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey of discovery at Oak Island. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more captivating content. Stay tuned for the next thrilling chapter as we continue our quest to uncover the island's secrets. Until then, keep exploring.